So I think and that kind of goes back into how we've developed the process of engaging with clients in this industry, is that we're often asked to help figure out exactly the right location or an optimal location to put the next dot on the map for a client, whether that's a vertical farm or a greenhouse. And a lot of times there are assumptions made, or there are just very, very wide-ranging estimates made on things like, how many megawatts of power are required and how much water is needed. And if there's any sort of processing going on, is there wastewater requirements that need to be, taken into consideration? And when we go out and start to look at, and zero in on places, having very, very wide ranges of those numbers is not helpful. It can, in fact, if it's 10 to 20 megawatts of power, that's a pretty big range, but I can work with the 10 megawatt range. But if it's something where, like, somebody says, it's 20 to 80 megawatts, I mean, that's just very different infrastructure. So I think one of the biggest challenges we see is people not necessarily bringing in all of the horsepower needed. And that could be third-party consultants to really kind of put pencil to paper and figure out more granularly what the actual utility needs are, because those are really probably going to be the things that majorly drive a decision, because they're also tied not only to the expense of bringing them to the site, but as you know, everybody wants speed to market right now. And if you have to wait, 48 months or 36 months or some unknown amount of time for, 10 megawatts of power to come to a site, you have to know that sooner than later and then move on to the next one.